Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are discussing about locating elements in WebDriver. Before getting into the video, subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. We have 8 ways to locate elements in WebDriver: ID, name, class name, link text, partial link text, XPath, CSS and tag name. In first, we have ID. What is an ID? ID locator in Selenium is the most preferred and fastest way to locate desired web elements on the page. IDs are unique for each element, so it is in a common way to locate elements. Okay, the equivalent syntax of WebDriver is d dot find element by id value. Okay, D is a driver object. Here IDs are unique for each element, so it is a common way to locate elements by using ID. ID equal to ID value. In WebDriver, we write driver dot find element by ID value. Before that, we write WebDriver D equal to new Firefox driver. Okay. Object of WebDriver is D. That D I am going to write in the first. D is a driver object. Already we have discussed that WebDriver D equal to new Firefox driver. In interface methods, we can access only WebDriver interface methods. Okay. In last class we discussed, right, WebDriver D equal to new Firefox driver. If we use first syntax, we can access WebDriver and Firefox driver methods. That's why I wrote only WebDriver methods, WebDriver interface methods. Okay. D is an driver object and it is an user defined. Whatever you want you can write. Sometimes we can write driver also. How to open WebDriver API? Go to Selenium official site, navigate to downloads. In downloads we have Selenium clients and WebDriver. In that API docs, click on API docs. In API docs we have select frames. In that we have WebDriver interface and that interface name is called WebDriver. It is an interface. Here in interface methods we have discussed about get and close and quit also. And to locate elements we have two methods, find element and find elements. We have two methods, find element and find elements. What is it? Find element and find elements. Find element, find the first element using the given method. Find elements, find all elements within the current page using the given mechanism. Find element method is used to access a single web element on a page. Okay. It returns the first matching element. Coming to find elements method returns the list of all matching elements. The find element method throws an exception called no such element exception. Whereas the find elements method returns an empty list when the element is not available or does not exist on the page, and it does not throw no such element exception in find elements method. We have 4 text fields, right? I'm going to inspect. For these 4 text fields, we have a same ID value. If I use find element method, it is going to locate the first element, right? If I use find element method, it is going to return the first element. If I use find elements method, it is going to select all the 4 text box. Okay. In coming sessions, we are going to use both methods. Okay, find element and find elements method. Then we are passing one parameter to these methods. The parameter is called as by method. What is by? By is a class. By is a predefined class and WebDriver. In this class, we have some methods. If any element having ID, then go with ID. And that ID is also parameterized method, in that we are passing the string value. And it is a static method. If it is a non-static, we can create an object. If it is static, no need to create an object. Okay. Without creating an object, we can access in static methods. To access methods, class name dot method name. Okay. For this reason, we are using by dot id, class name dot method name. D is a driver object. Find element is a method. Find element is a method. What is by? By is a class. What is id? Id is a method. And it is defined in by class. For this, we are passing one parameter. That parameter is called as id value. Okay. IDs are unique for each element. So it is common way to locate elements using ID locator. ID equal to ID of the element. What is the difference between find element and find elements? Find element method is used to access a single web element on a page. It returns the first matching element. It throws a no such element exception when it fails to find that element. Find elements method returns all matching elements. Okay. Next we go with the example. Driver dot find element by dot some locator name and value of that locator. And by is a class, id is a method. Here I want to locate this text field. Right click, inspect, and this element defined in input tag. In that we have ID value, right? Email. With the help of ID, we can locate that element. For this, the syntax is find element d dot find element by dot ID. ID value is email. It is a string email. It is a simple syntax d dot find element by dot ID. ID value. Now I want to create a class in ABC pack. How to create? Right click, new, select class. My class name is locating elements. For this I need main method. I'm checking the checkbox and click on finish. Here we get the structure of Java program. First we need to launch the browser. To launch the browser, we need to create an object to driver class. WebDriver d equal to new Firefox driver. I initialize this globally. Okay, that's why I'm not using system.setProperty. I can import WebDriver and Firefox driver. Then after launching the browser, I'm loading the web page. To load web page, we are going to use get method. Driver.get. We need to pass URL of the web page. I'm going to copy the Facebook URL and pasting over here. After this, I'm going to locate by using ID. Okay, how to locate? We have ID. ID value is email. Copy this ID value. Driver dot find element by dot ID. ID value dot. Okay, it's locating that by using ID. It's locating that element by using the ID. I'm going to type the text into text field. In web element interface, the return type of find element is web element. Okay. What are the methods available in the web element are to type text into text field. We have send keys. We have send keys method. Okay. By using this method, we can type into an element. We can type text into in text field by using send keys, and it is a parameterized method. Here we are using string. Okay, send keys method. Send keys method is used to type text in the text field. It is a parameterized method. We have to pass a string value. After locating that element, I'm going to use the send keys method because I have to type something in that text field. I'm giving that, for example, I give in Selenium. After that, I'm pausing for 3 seconds. How to pause thread dot sleep. 3000 milliseconds. Then I'm going to close the browser. Driver dot quit. By using quit, I'm closing the browser. It is showing an error in line number 17. Why it is showing error? Because we have to add throws exception. Okay, fine. Then how to execute this test case? Just simply click on run icon, and I'm going to locate that element. I'm going to send case method. Okay, I'm going to run this program. I launch the browser, that is Firefox, and I'm going to give the URL, and in that element I'm going to give a Selenium. Okay, my test case is passed. Okay, by this ID locator I can find that element by using ID locator, and I return a value into that text box by using send keys method. You understood about the 15th line? Okay, I'm again running the program. Going to launch the browser, and it load the web page, and it is type the Selenium text in that element. Okay, here IDs are the most reliable locator, and IDs are the fastest and safest locators out of all locators. Okay, ID equal to ID value, and ID equal to email, and ID equivalent syntax is ID equal to email. Now I'm going to Selenium IDE, go to create a new project and give a project name. Click on OK, then add selection, and in that target box ID equal to email, and click add selection and search. See, it is highlighted on the UI, and I'm going to use ID syntax and WebDriver syntax. Can I validate WebDriver syntax and ID syntax? Yes. ID equal to email, it is an ID syntax. Driver.findElement by.id email is a WebDriver syntax. Can I get both targets or same? Yes or no? Can I get both or same? No. Why? Because we don't validate ID syntax and WebDriver syntax. Why? Because we are using findElement method and by class. That's why we get an error by using WebDriver equivalent syntax. But to check ID equal to email, it is same. Okay, did you get the point? Both ID and WebDriver syntax are not same. Here, to check it is locating or not, you have to get driver.findElement by.id, and I am going to type the text by using sendKeys method. For example, I am giving the ID value as wrong, and I am giving a wrong ID value. If I execute, it is going to type the text no. Why? Because it won't locate that element. It gives an error. Okay, let's see. Here it load the web page, but it was not typed. Why? Because in console it is showing an error. What is an error? No such element exception. Unable to find that element. Email 1234. Okay, we are given the wrong locator value, and it is not find on UI. That's why it's showing an error that no such element exception. Okay, by using ID we get ID value, right? By that we can use ID to check ID value. Before writing that locator value, you have to recheck whether it is locating that value or not. Okay, ID equivalent syntax is used. In coming sessions we use WebDriver and ID syntaxes. To validate, we are using ID syntax. To locate, we are using locating. Okay, did you get the point? Next, second one, name. If sometimes we use name locator to identify the elements on our web page, and it is also same as ID locator. And the syntax of the name is d.findElement by.name name value. Here D is a driver object, findElement is a method, by is a class, name is a method. Okay, these are not unique on a page. IDs are unique and names are not unique. If there are multiple elements with the same name locator, then the first element on the page is selected. Okay, here we have a name attribute and the name value is email. As per performance, ID is faster than name. Okay, here if there are multiple elements within the same name locator, then the first element on the page is selected. Okay, test may fail if another element with the same name locator is present on the web page or added by the developers in the later stages. Okay, here name value is email. Try to locate. I'm commenting the ID line. and those comments are used to non-execution. I'm going to write the name syntax. Driver dot find element by dot name. Name value is email. And again I'm using email. Okay. I'm validating and I'm using send keys method. Okay. I'm using send keys method to type the text in that locator. And I'm going to able to locate that element and I'm going to type the text as Appium. Here I'm launching the browser, loading the web page, and I type the Appium. We are able to locate by using name locator. In the same manner, if the element having unique class, by the help of class name also we can locate, and it gives the element which matches the value specified in the attribute name called class. Here the syntax is driver dot find element by dot class name and class value. Okay. For the same text field we have a class attribute and we are going to use or not. We don't use that attribute value because it isn't dynamic. It is having underscores and numbers. It is a dynamic. If we are going to use this value, it may change in another execution. When we execute, okay, it may change. That's why we are not using dynamics. Go with password also underscore numbers. For the login also it has a dynamic. We have a class but it is not static. Okay, it is not a static. How can we say dynamic? It has underscores and numbers. If we close and reopen, it's going to change the value. How to validate this in a Selenium ID? For class name equal to value. Then select and click on add selection, click on, and I cannot, and it is not highlighting on UI because it's not unique. If it is unique, we can use class name. If it is a unique, we can use. Okay. Then the next one is link text. What is mean by link text? If there are multiple elements with the same link, then the first one will be selected by the link text. This link text locator works only on links, and the syntax is driver dot find element by dot link text and the name of the link. Okay, dot find element by dot link text and the name of the link. To locate links, simply go for the syntax. Link text, name of the link. Okay, for example, here forgotten password is a link. Yes. Check the element source and it is defined in anchor tag. Every link all in anchor tag. And in that we have some text. With the help of that text, we can locate that element. Copy that text and I'm trying to locate by using link text method. Link text. Driver dot find element by dot link text. Name of the link is forgotten password. And to click the links, we use click method. In WebDriver interface, we have a web element. In that web element, we use click method. Okay. To type the text box, we use send keys. To click that element, we use click method. Okay. In web element interface, we have a method. That method name is called click. Okay. It is click this element. In web element interface, we have a click method. Okay. Now, and run the program. Launching the browser, loading the web page, and I'm going to click that link. Okay, fine. And one more method to locate the links. Okay, we have one more method, that is partial link text. In some situations, we may need to find links by a portion of the text in a link it contains. Okay, we use portion of the text. Then we can go for partial link text. Okay, the syntax is re dot find element by dot partial link and partial link name. Okay, if any link name is too long, we cannot use that much link text, right? In that cases, we use a portion of the text. In that, we use partial link text method. Okay, and the syntax is driver dot find element by partial link text and partial link name. In some cases, the link text is so long. In that, we can use partial link text method to locate a link. For example, I'm using partial link text method. Partial link text. Driver dot find element by dot partial link text, and I'm giving only forgotten or password. So half of the forgotten or password. Okay, I can give any one. I'm going to give password. To click that link, I'm giving that method called click method. Let me check whether we are going to able to locate. I'm running the program. It launched the browser, it load the web page. I'm able to load and I'm able to click. Okay. And in this case, the value which we are going to use in the partial link text, it should be unique. Okay. It should be unique. Okay. Partial link text. Did you understand? And in this session, we completed the locating elements by using ID, name, class name, link text, partial link text. Okay. In coming sessions, we come to know about XPath and CSS. Until then, bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe my channel.